Hello there and welcome along to another video in a right nice pint. How are you getting on? It's a Thursday evening. We're almost out of dry-ish January. 'Cause, I know we try and have good intentions of having a dry January, but we never really get there, do we? We always fall somewhere halfway down the line. But here on the channel, our job is to try and bring you some reviews of some great beers out there and those that are on the beer machines as well. You might have noticed in my last video, I had an issue with the spout on a Desperados keg for the blade system. Now, I didn't get the spout fixed, but as I've mentioned in the video, the Beer Wolf customer service is excellent. And any issue I ever had with any keg ever, and we've had issues with Moretti kegs and stuff in the past, and a spout issue in the past as well, and they fixed them. They were 100%, they were great. So that got resolved, so got another keg. So thank you, Beer Wolf. You're fantastic. Thank you so much. But seeing I had it loaded, I've decided to run with this anyway. I did tell you it's just poor. Like, this was all foam coming out with a broken spout, and you can't do an accurate review. But we're going to review this in flavour anyway. We'll do the flavour side of it. You can't really look at what kind of head is pouring from it because the spout isn't right on it. So it's kind of shooting the beer all sorts of directions, and it ended up being an entire all of foam. So it may affect the taste somewhat, but you know, we're not going to be a million miles away. It's Desperados at the end of the day. If you've had Desperados, it's a uniquely tasting beer. On the blade at 2 degrees, is it an improvement? Well, look at it's going to be very difficult for me to really say because I haven't had Desperados out of a bottle or in a bar in a long time. But let's go for it. So this is our Desperados. On the nose, I'm getting a kind of sweet, zesty lemon kind of a aroma. Plenty. I'm getting sugars there. I can sense that this is sweet just by the aroma that I'm getting, and the zestiness is there too. Okay, let's dig in, guys. Desperados on the blade at 2 degrees. It's very sweet. That's what I will say. It is very sweet, this beer. It's different. This is not going to be for everybody. By the way, I should have held this up earlier on. We could have had a look at the color. It's darker than your usual lager. It's more on the half and half of yellow and orange. It's in between. It's nearly like an amberish color. The Desperados. And plenty bubbles there, although slow moving carbonation. But look, that could be different. That could change if it was poured correctly. Obviously, with the spout the way it was, this is how it's come out because the way the head has released the beer, it's going to change it slightly. But let's say the head released the beer, how the spout released the beer, even, and how the head formed in the glass is going to affect this beer all around, really. But it's okay. Like, it's meant to be mixed. It's lager mixed with tequila. That's what they say this is. Now, that sweetness, I don't know. Is that meant to be the tequila? It must be. But it is quite sweet. It's for me, it's too sweet. It's one of these sickly beers, if this makes sense. It's something you might enjoy one or two of, I think, and then you might just be like, I can't really drink much more of that. Where if you drink your standard lager, you might go back for more and more and more and not get sick of it. Sometimes, like with the likes of Guinness, even though this is a different style of beer altogether. But if you're drinking Guinness, because Guinness sometimes have this heaviness to it, you can only drink maybe 5 or 6. And you're like, okay, I can't drink any more of them because just like I'm just not able for it. This will be the same in a way, because of sweetness. It's a bit sickly with the sweetness, I think. 1 or 2 is fine, but like, it is nice and refreshing and everything. It's probably just one of those, if it's a hot day, they might be like, yes, this is lovely, this is great. It's got a lager kind of a end on it, but it's kind of really sweet, almost like a sticky sweetness to it at the beginning. The body is probably actually, I think it's a little bit thicker than your usual lager, but yeah, there's a little bit more body than your normal lager in this. It's interesting. It's different, but it's not something I'm really impressed with. It's not something that I wish I could sit here and tell you that I'm going to order this over and over and over and over again. I'm not. It's okay. It's a one off, maybe kind of a beer. You might just get it for the crack during the summer or something. But I don't think this is going to be to the majority of people's taste on the blade. I could be wrong. Maybe you love this beer, and if you do, comment on the video. By all means, that's what these videos are all about. It's people's opinions. It's a community. But yeah, it's very sweet at the front. You get lemon zestiness in there. Um, yeah, you get like a lemon and lime kind of a taste just after that really sweet. And I wouldn't even know what that sweetness is. It's like a sweet lime taste, sweet lemon lime taste. I don't know if that makes sense, because they're usually, but there's a zestiness in there as well. I don't know with Desperados, do people put fruit in there like a lemon or a lime? I don't know if they do, but you're getting that taste straight away, and then it goes into a bit of a it tastes like a little bit like lager at the end. Yeah, you get the malty flavors at the end, but it's okay. It's okay. I think a keg of this is probably hard work. I don't think I could take on a keg of this on my own. Um, it'll be it'd be loaded for quite a while, number of weeks, I imagine, because it's just one of those you just can't go to it over and over and over and over again. Because I think I'll just get really sick of it after maybe even 2 pints of it. Um, but at the same time, it's okay for me. I don't know what I'm going to rate this. I don't like dissing a beer, but as a blades, as standards on the blade go, I know. Look at there's some fantastic beers on the blades. There's some really really good ones on there. This is probably not in my top five even, and I don't know how many kegs you can get on the blade. It's not in my top five. It's probably in my bottom three so far. I think Hapkin. Well, even though Hapkin was a so far on the blade, I enjoyed Hapkin during the review, but I realised that 14 and a half keg, or 14 and a half pints, it was near impossible to drink at 8.3%. So Hapkin on my orders is right down there now towards the bottom. Desperados is down there too. I don't think I'm going to be rushing back to it. It's probably getting a 5.5 or a 6 out of 10 from me on the blade, which may upset a few people, but you can't like them all. And I'm usually like someone that's very positive about any beer I've got my hands on, but not really this one. It's not doing it for me. 5.5 to 6 out of 10 from a right nice pint. There are people out there that will absolutely love this beer, but for me, it doesn't even seem like a beer. It seems like there's like lots of stuff added in there, and that shouldn't be in the beer. I don't know. I don't know what they've put in. They've added in lots of stuff that make it that sweet. So, so for me, it's a 5.5 or 6 out of 10 from a right nice pint. So, yeah, look, if you like the review, hit like, hit subscribe if you haven't already. By the way, we reached the 500 subs. Thank you. Mwah, 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 mwah. 500 subscribers. I can't believe it. Thank you so much. Thrilled. In under a year, we've got there. We'd say under a year, but not like I could have done a whole lot more with this channel, but it's been because of time and stuff. I haven't really got to put in the effort into this that I've wanted. But thank you for for subscribing. It's amazing. Thank you so much. And hopefully these videos have helped you out in your journey through beer machines and various craft beers and whatever. And I promise we are going to do a live soon as well to celebrate that 500. So I'm going to get a guest or two on to celebrate that too. So yes, thank you so much. We'll see you soon for a right nice pint, and have a great weekend.